I have always like been interested in dating people that come from a different background than myself. I feel like it just like opens up your world a little bit, you know? And when I was in college, I don't mean to brag, but I went to college. There was this guy that sat a few rows ahead of me. He was very cute. He had a beautiful accent. He was from Sierra Leone. He'd always done the homework, very on top of everything, very smart. Anyway, so the problem was he was very shy. So I asked him out, and we were on like the third date. And it was like one of those dates where you're trying not to finish your third pint before he's finished half of his first one. Do you know what I mean? Just try not to eat the chips and guac like the Dyson vacuum cleaner that I am, you know? Just like try not to be myself, you know what I mean? Try not to be disgusting. And
just want them to think I'm busy.
He like walked me back to my apartment and we were standing outside and I wanted him to grab me, kiss me, make a move. Like that's what guys do. They make moves. Otherwise, you go off and become a lesbian and do all of the work. You know? I don't want to generalize, but that was my personal experience. And so we're standing outside my place, and I grab him and I kiss him. And and this isn't important, but his name was Yahya. And my friends were so immature about it. They're like, "What are you doing tonight?" I'm like, "I'm going out with Yahya." They're like, "Yeah, you are." I was like, "Guys, grow up," you know. So I grab him, I kiss him. We go into my apartment. And we're in the kitchen, and it's just getting later and later. And he's just talking. He's so nervous. And I'm just like standing in my kitchen, like physically feeling myself growing older. You know what I mean? Like physically feeling like suddenly I'm an old woman that never had sex again because I'm still in my kitchen listening to Yahya. So I'm like, you know what, Yahya, I'm going to bed and you can come with me if you want. So he's like, okay, thank you, okay. So we start getting ready for bed like we've been married for 12 years. But we're on date number 3. And we get into the bed and we're practically naked and he's still not making any moves. You know, I'm like, is this a cultural thing? Am I being punked right now? Like, am I in a mattress commercial? Like, what's happening? So I just say goodnight and I turn around and I look at the wall, like the wall's, but like, I don't know if you guys do this, where like the wall's like my best friend that's been watching everything. And I'm just like, what the fuck, wall? Like, is it me? Like, what's going on, you know? And just as I'm like talking to the wall, I hear a little voice come from the other side of the bed and it's Yahya.
Oh man, if Andre ever goes missing, I am suspect number. I don't know where people get self-esteem from. That's what I realized. I don't know how any.
Hey, would it be okay if we held hands? I know, but you know, listen, I was years away from comedy, but I was like, okay, let's see where this is gonna go. So I turn around and we start holding hands in the bed. We're holding hands in a bed. Do you guys understand? We're holding hands in a bed. It's the weirdest shit, and we're not swinging hands because we're in a bed. It's the weirdest shit anyone's asked me to do in bed ever in my life. Including this guy who, after he gained a little bit of confidence from holding my hand in the bed, started making moves down my body, right? But exciting, I know, but he completely bypassed, like, Rockefeller Center, like, right past major landmark, and went down on my feet. You know, okay, maybe some of you like that, I don't know. If it had been a white guy, I would have been like, no, thank you, that's not my thing, you know? But I was trying to be culturally sensitive. You know, I was like trying to be open-minded. I don't know, you know? Maybe you pay tribute to the feet before you enter the flower. I don't know how it works in Sierra Leone. So I let him do his in a little while. And honestly, I've had like more pleasure from a pedicure where I could like grab a magazine and entertain myself. But when he was done, he came back up here and I was like, oh, hey, yeah, nice to see you. How's it going? And he was good. He was hard, so that was good, right? And so I went to go touch his penis, and he came right away. I know, right in my palm. So I was like, hey, yeah, would it be okay if we held hands? Honestly, the most awkward cultural misunderstanding I had was in England when I used the expression double fisting. Yeah, right? Because here in the US, double fisting means carrying a drink in each hand. In other parts of the world, double fisting means double fisting, you guys. That's what it means. And double fisting outside of the US requires way more than 2 drinks. Like, so many more drinks. It also requires mounds of lube, studded leather accessories, and a hole in your life that you enjoy plugging with fists. That's really an 11 p.m. joke, but okay.